Welcome back, Shark Kings. It's that time of the month again where we go into collections and scroll all the way down and see what games are going to be leaving this month on the Last Chance to Play list. So let's check those games out right now. So the short versions for all the Shark Kings who don't want to stick around for the full video, the games that are leaving are UFC 5, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Wild Hearts, Ride 5, Sword Art Online Last Recollection, and another one, and another Sword Art Online game, and yet another one, Hollow Realization, and one more for good luck, Sword Art Online Lost Song. Also leaving is Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker, Vacation Simulator PS4 and PS5 for VR, and the lovable BUGSNAX. So those are the games that are leaving PS Plus as of August. Many of these games were predicted to leave 2 weeks ago in our Last Chance to Play prediction video. The only ones we didn't predict from this list were UFC 5, Jedi Survivor, and BUGSNAX. So if you enjoyed getting a 2-week head start on games like The Witcher 3 and Naruto to Boruto, leave a like on your way out. If you want to stick around for the whole video, we're going to go into what these new games are about that weren't covered in the prediction video, which won't be that long because we predicted the majority of them. Now, if you're new here, we do have this giant spreadsheet that's available to Ocelot members who join this channel. It includes every game on PS Plus with a rating over 70. You can sort it from best game to worst, or you can sort it from shortest game to longest. It has the ratings, the runtimes, and it's even color-coded. Last Chance to Play is yellow. So let's get started right away. All right, first let's go to our prediction video, which was released 13 days ago. And we could see just from the thumbnail, The Witcher 3 was predicted, all the Sword Art Online games, Wild Heart, and Ride 5, and Shinobi Strikers. The good thing is Cult of the Lamb is not leaving, and neither is Curse to Golf. Those are the most fun games on the list, I would say. So if you want to know more about those games, go click on that video. We covered The Witcher 3, we covered Wild Heart, we talked about Ride 5, what kind of a game it is, we covered Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers, as well as all the Sword Art Online games. So we're not going to talk about those games right now. Instead, what we're going to do is going to talk about the durations of the contracts. So let's go to the PlayStation blog. This is from August of 2024. And there it is. The Witcher 3, Ride 5, and Sword Art Online, and Wild Hearts. So all these games had a 1-year contract. So good thing is Cult of the Lamb is not leaving again. And Watch Dogs 2 is a Ubisoft game. We don't have to worry about it. And Vacation Simulator is also a 1-year contract. Now, the PlayStation blog PS Plus extra games from August of 2023, a lot of the games had already left. So these ones are all gone, which is why I said 2 Point Hospital might go. Well, I guess we're getting it for more than 2 years. Same as Source of Madness and Curse to Golf. Because most of the games that leave are either 1-year or 2-year contract. What I didn't predict was going back a further year. I did not go back to August of 2022 because I thought all these games had left. Well, no, look at that. We got BUGSNAX. So we had all the Yakuza games, which have left. And then there it is, BUGSNAX. So this game dropped on Extra 3 years ago, August of 2022. I'm surprised this game is actually still here. So we're going to get into what kind of a game this is. It's a short game and it's really fun, and we'll get into the gameplay in a second. But let's go over the other contracts. So this one is the weird one. So Jedi Survivor is from February of 2025, which is a bit less common, but it does happen sometimes. We do get 6-month contracts. So Star Wars Jedi Survivor was February of 2025. But look at this. Topspin 2K25. Now, I'm not sure if you'll get it in your region, but according to Reddit, some people are going to get Topspin 2K25 on their Last Chance to Play list. On mine, it doesn't have it yet. Maybe it's a regional thing. Who knows? Let me know if Topspin 2K25 is leaving on your list. I don't know if it's the regional thing or not. We'll figure that out. But both Topspin 2K25 and Jedi Survivor were from February of 2025. That was the month that Tape 1 of Lost Records Bloomin' Range dropped. But the weird one on this list is this one. What the heck? Not that I care about this game, but UFC 5 dropped in March. What's going on here? This means that UFC 5 has only stayed here for 5 months, not even 6 months. We've never had a game stay on PS Plus Extra less than 6 months. I know Rockstar games like Red Dead and GTA always come and stay for 6 months. Same with the 2K games, which is what I'm assuming this EA Sports title is kind of like. I thought it would be a 6-month title, but I've never seen a 5-month title. What a weird contract duration. Now I'm suddenly starting to worry about the 5-month games from now. So should I be worried about April's lineup? I hope not. I hope this is not a trend. Let's move on to the games that we didn't cover. BUGSNAX is a charming and weird narrative adventure game about catching snack-themed creatures with light puzzles and a surprisingly emotional story. It gained attention as one of the first free PS5 PS Plus games, and its bizarre concept made it an instant curiosity. On the surface, BUGSNAX is all about exploring a mysterious island populated by strange creatures that are half bug, half snack. BUGSNAX, get it? Like a spider made of fries, or a centipede made of ribs. You play as a journalist investigating the disappearance of the island's explorer, and as you do, you uncover the secrets behind the BUGSNAX themselves. The game blends creature collection like Pokemon, puzzle solving, and a narrative adventure with surprising emotional depth and a dark undercurrent. Despite the cartoon visuals and wacky premise, the story touches on identity, addiction, loss, and community in a surprisingly mature and thoughtful way. This game is great for kids and families because you'll enjoy the cute creatures and simple controls. And it's also good for casual gamers who enjoy light puzzle mechanics and exploration. But again, it's more deep than you would think. If you like games like Slime Rancher or Untitled Goose, this is right up your alley. It's not going to be an action-heavy game with deep RPG mechanics or large-scale open worlds. It's more of a compact, story-focused experience. People loved the game and the catchy theme songs. The characters were memorable and again, a surprisingly deep story. The puzzle catching had inventive mechanics. The presentation on a whole is pretty wholesome, and it was a great value when it first dropped. There's not much replay value once you complete the game, and the tone shift from silly to serious caught some people off guard. It received a 75 on Metacritic, and users scored it as 7.6. As far as runtime goes, this is the only short games on the list. You could beat the main story in 8 hours, and for a completionist run, you're looking at about 15 hours. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a third-person action adventure. It's a game developed by Respawn Entertainment. You might recognize that name from Apex days. It is the direct sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and continues the story of Cal, a Jedi who survived Order 66 and is now being hunted by the Empire. The game takes place 5 years after Fallen Order and expands both the narrative and the gameplay. Cal is now a more skilled and confident Jedi, and the story explores his struggle to survive, protect those he cares about, and resist the overwhelming force of the Empire. Gameplay-wise, it combines Souls-light melee combat with lightsabers and force powers, Metroidvania-style exploration, platforming and light puzzle solving, and a semi-open world zone with quests, collectibles, and secrets. This game is great for Star Wars fans, especially those who want a canon story that fits between Episode 3 and Episode 4. Gameplay-wise, if you enjoy games like Elden Ring or Sekiro, but want a way more accessible experience because those games are a bit too hard, this one is right up your alley. It's a focused, story-driven, single-player game with no multiplayer. People praised it for its improved and more fluid combat with the multiple fighting stances, the strong character development, and emotional storytelling. It has a much larger and more detailed environment than the first one, and a lot of people say it's one of the best Star Wars games in years. But again, it is an EA game, it's a AAA game, so you know what that means. You're looking at a lot of open areas that were way too bloated that will slow down the pacing. So a few side quests and systems will feel a bit underdeveloped. The critics liked it a lot. They gave it an 85, but users only gave it a 7.0. As far as runtime goes, is 1 month enough to beat it? I don't know. It depends if you get on it right away. Again, I didn't predict this one because it was from 2025. The main story, you're looking at about 21 hours if you know exactly what you're doing, and for a completionist run, for a platinum, you're looking at about 55 hours. So I don't know. Can you put in 2 hours a day for a whole month? That's up to you. Let's move on. Alrighty, UFC 5. I'm not going to talk about this one too much. UFC 5 is a realistic mixed martial arts fighting game by EA Sports. It's in the game. It brings high-fidelity graphics, seamless 60 FPS gameplay, and a brand new real impact system, which simulates authentic damage. So you get visuals like cuts, bruises, and bleeding, and even slowed down movements, or impaired vision from the injury. It's typical MMA combat with striking, clinch work, grappling, and submission. It has the streamlined, seamless submissions, replacing the dated minigame format from the other games. It has multiple modes, career modes, online multiplayer, online career with ranked combat, fight now, and more. This game is great for hardcore UFC MMA fans who crave realistic combat, injury mechanics, and fighter authenticity. This game I would only recommend to people who liked UFC 4 and want enhanced graphics and deeper damage systems. It is not ideal for casual gamers. A lot of players found it overly punishing, imbalanced, or too similar to its predecessors. Some players said the career mode lacked depth, and seasoned online players flagged issues with imbalance and spammy strategies dominating the ranked play. Just like any other sports game, a lot of users says it's too similar to UFC 4. There's not enough innovation because a lot of these games just pump out the same game every year and just change the lineup. So if you wanted to play this game, chances are you've already played it. Critics weren't too bad with it. They gave it a generally favorable score of 78, but again, what does that mean for the average user? Yeah, that's right. They gave it a 3.4. So personally, I wouldn't even bother with this one. As far as runtime goes, if you want to play the story, if you want to call it that, you can beat it in 10 to 11 hours. And for completionist runs, it's about 19 hours. But again, it's a fighting game, so you could play this game forever. The only thing that remotely interests me about this game is Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and Bruce Lee. And that's about it for all the games that have been added to Last Chance to Play that weren't covered in the Last Chance to Play predictions video 2 weeks ago. So if you want to learn more about The Witcher 3, Wild Hearts, Ride 5, Shinobi Strikers, and the Sword Art Online games, go watch that video to see similar dives into what the games are actually about. I'd love to throw all the games into this video, but then it will be like a 30-minute video. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm going to leave a link to that video at the end. If you want to watch that, go on ahead and watch the prediction video. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because you get an extra 2-week head start. The lucky subscribers got 6 weeks. And everyone else only got 4 weeks. I told you guys already that The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt was gonna leave, and there's not gonna be enough time even at 6 weeks. So I would not bother with it at 4 weeks. And again, if you watched that prediction video, there was a sale going on that you could have gotten it for up to 80% off. I think it was only like $10. So if you really like The Witcher 3 and you wanted to play it but didn't get a chance to, I hope you bought it and I hope you watched that old video from 2 weeks ago. But the good news is CD Projekt Red takes one away, but it giveth one back. CD Projekt Red is giving us Cyberpunk 2077. So I'll accept that trade. And again, that game was on sale for like $10. So I hope you enjoyed the series. Watch the prediction video from 2 weeks ago right here. And until next time, be a friend and I'll see you again.